that out there about that far. Let it come down. Try to troll with it, I guess. Let the wind blow. Market a lot of little stuff in there. Some bigger schools down there. That's a massive school. Brush pile or something. More of them. Man, more big giant pods of at least 8. Gonna lazy fish here. Use my paddle, just kind of slow my drift down, or at least the angle down. Basically just drift fishing here. Got the old beetle spin. Decided kind of the catches everything. If you've never fished before, or you're taking your kids and maybe they've graduated up from the worm and bobbers, get you a beetle spin. They're $2. You get 2 for $2 in a package, something like that. Super cheap. They catch everything. Crappie, largemouth, sand bass. Bodog, I have not caught a catfish on a beetle spin yet, but this is Lake Ellsworth. I did catch a catfish on a Roadrunner though, so very similar style bait. In fact, I caught that catfish right around the other side of that point, trying to catch sand bass. So I'm using my GPS. I've got my Tractive when I just went up with everybody. Talking with you guys, just saw it flip out there. Dang it. I need to relearn how to throw a bait caster apparently. Spinnerbait's going to be down on the bottom before long. There's something, some shad up here flipping around. Big. There we go. Out here in 13 feet of water, still going across a bunch of nice schools of something. Hoping it's sand bass. Again, I'm trying to take home some sand bass, fill up the freezer a bit. So I'm going to put that away. Go back to the 6th Sense gyro spin here. Man, there's a lot of something down there. I know I got to be dragging right through it too. Another helpful tip, Dad. You got a boat, kids are out there with you. You get into some wavy areas like this, you know they're going to get bored. But if you're crappie fishing or sand bass fishing like I am, make sure you got some rod holders. Keep their rods in the water with those jigs. Believe it or not, the motion of the boat, especially if you're anchored down, that's going to move your jig around a little bit. And it might be just enough for them to catch a fish on their rod. You don't have to hook it on your rod and then hand it to them. It'll be on their rod and reel. So especially if you're anchored, let the action of the boat keep their rod in the water for them. Kind of how I learned to fish. I think I got woken up from several naps with my rod tip bent over. Especially if you're using live bait, that's even better. It'll move around just enough that they'll catch something. And then of course when they get home, tell all their friends and mama if she's not with you about the fish they caught. They're gonna leave out the part where they were sleeping, but they did catch a fish on their fishing pole. So just get you some rod holders. Make sure it stays steady, because you never know when you're gonna have something big catch onto it. So I don't know if y'all can see this. My wife just sent me a Snapchat of tacos. Yes, it's Taco Tuesday, but she sent me a Snapchat of tacos. I already told her I maybe stay out here until it gets dark, which is sunsets at 7:45. And then she sends me this. I've been out here an hour. She knows how to get me home. Snap back that save some for me. She tells me I have to catch a fish before I come home, so I got some work to do then, don't I? All right. Put the phone up. Quit playing with dinner. All right, so just caught a drum on a chatterbait. If you're like, Dell, why don't you like chatterbaits? Because I catch everything but what I'm trying to catch on a freaking chatterbait. Now, in the process, I ended up kind of on a hump, and I'm marking a lot of good fish out here in the middle. And I did get another bite on a chatterbait. So what I'm gonna do is I've dropped my anchor. It's too beautiful. You guys need to see everything going on out here. It's a beautiful evening. Hopefully I can catch something on this gyro spin. Basically counting it down. Whatever it is deep down to between 10 and 16 feet. And just counting it down and slowly reeling it back in now. Out here quite a ways away. I may paddle back up just a bit. My fish finder was solid with all kinds of stuff. And I did get a hit on the chatterbait, not paying attention. Got a hit, looked down, and there was this giant school of something underneath me. Well, I was gonna say I can't count and talk at the same time, but all of a sudden must have hit bottom because I had it free spooling out. I'll throw a photo of that drum or carp or whatever trash fish. But I will say that is the first fish I have caught since July 22nd. Mainly because this is only the second time I've been out on the water since then. So I thought I had come prepared with an extra battery cable. I did bring a battery for my GoPro, an external that I could run a cable to. Apparently I left the cable in the truck. I don't know why, because it is so beautiful out here. No longer 100 degrees. Been sweating all summer. About 75 degrees. That sun is starting to get bright again because it's coming down low. But you can see how beautiful it is. That's the wildlife refuge over there. Got Mount Scott. That's the, we call it a mountain. It's a whopping 600 feet tall. But all the windmills, power generation windmills over there. Off to the west. I really like being out here when they're not turning because the wind is nice and calm. The wind has died down quite a bit. I've gotten a little farther out. I'm south of where I was before. But yeah, the wind's dying down. Hopefully the battery lasts long enough because I have a feeling the sand bass, maybe in 30-45 minutes. Sun sets at 7:45. It's 6:20 now. Maybe we can get into some topwater sand bass if they're hitting topwater this time of year. It's been almost exactly 2 years since I started kayak fishing, and one thing that was so frustrating the first few times out, I'd stay out until the sun went down. I didn't have any lights or anything, and I didn't bring my flag and light with me tonight, so I'll have to get closer to the truck. But yeah, I'd be putting my kayak on the trailer, my 50-pound kayak on a trailer. Well, I had an SUV, so that was the only way I could really get it anywhere. I'd put it on the trailer and strap it down, turn around, and the boat ramp was just boiling with sand bass. And of course I'd start playing with them, just to catch something. Had a blast doing it. Here in Oklahoma, the sand bass are considered an invasive species. Don't know why, but there's no size limit, no size minimum, and there's no limit to how many you can take home. If I catch 50 of them, 10 inches long, I can take all 50 home. dropped my anchor, I may have floated past everything when I got all excited, getting one more hit. The wind has calmed down so much. I'm gonna go ahead, turn the GoPro off, and save some battery just in case we get some topwater action. Stay tuned. Well, it's been maybe 10 minutes since I said goodbye to you. If you followed my tournament adventures this summer, you'll know I had a string of bad luck for bass tournaments. It's not that I wasn't catching fish, I just wasn't catching bass. Well, I still got it, folks. It might have been a month off, but yes, I caught a catfish. Right here, gyro spin. Of course, I told you that I was saving battery. What I'd done was threw it out really far and started to troll back to my truck, because I don't know if you can see my graph, but it's all lit up with all kinds of stuff. And opened it up to try to let more line out, and I did. And about the time I closed it to engage the reel, within one more stroke, paddle stroke, my rod tip started bouncing. Kind of like maybe I was hitting bottom or something. But then I noticed it was irregular, so I grabbed it and kept reeling it in. That silly little catfish had wrapped my line all around the treble hook. It's taken me 10 minutes. I don't have my actual glasses on, so I couldn't quite see. But as you can see, that I did catch 2 fish. I've caught a drum and I've caught a catfish. But it's gorgeous out here. It's a beautiful evening, 70 something degrees. The wind's dying down. It's supposed to rain again, maybe tomorrow, Thursday. So maybe I can sneak away, get back out on the water tomorrow. If not, I will definitely be sneaking out on, well, I don't have to sneak out on Saturdays. So let me see if I can recreate what I was doing. Maybe catch a real fish. Oh, sorry to be shaking y'all. Got to get this, gotta bring up my anchor on the Anchor Wizard. And if you don't have an Anchor Wizard and you use an anchor, you really don't know what you're missing. Actually, you probably do, because the reason I got an Anchor Wizard was it would take me 30 minutes to get my anchor line straightened out. And that Anchor Wizard saves so much time. So what I did, check it out there as far as I can. Leave that open. Well, I closed it. And then set it in my rod holder. Grab my paddle. And by now it should be sinking down pretty good. Yep. And then I'm gonna go to another setting here. And this is what I've done. I've just gotten started really paddling. And then I opened it up, get some more line out, because obviously it has no lip on it. So I just need to, the more line I got out, the deeper it'll go. And closed it up. And that was about the time I noticed my rod tip bouncing funny. got it out there. I guess that little bitty blue cat, he may have been a pound, decided to hit something on the top. And oh, snaps. My daughter's snapping me. But I don't know if you can see it, but my truck's right up there in the trees. I'm going to go back over a little bit shallower water, 28 feet. My drum was in maybe 10 feet. That catfish was in about 15 to 20. My traditional sonar is showing all kinds of stuff from 20 to 28 feet. Now, troll, when you've got a paddle, you're going to end up hitting the line, and it's going to kind of mess with you. But you'll learn on your strokes that it's not always a fish. Just in case I don't catch anything else, my battery dies, whatever. Shout out to the dog pound, Charlie. We're thinking about you and your recovery. And yes, I'm back on the water. So when we do the what do you call it, Modog, the roulette wheel, we're showing videos on Thursday night. Maybe I'll have one for you. Yeah, still 28 feet of water, but marking a lot of fish from 15 to 20, or at least balls of bait. And of course, since this is I need to slow down. Got up to almost 2 miles an hour. I will say I caught that catfish. I'd looked down and I was doing about 1.4. This is way off from where I've been marking fish this afternoon. Excuse me. Oh, see, there's my rod. It moved because I turned. I caught it with my paddle. All right, finally, what we came for. Oh, these little dudes are so much fun. I'm just gonna watch out for all those treble hooks. There we go. Yeah. This is what I was coming for. Again, I'm just watching out for those treble hooks. Yep. So I could keep him if I wanted to. He's a little small, plus he's the first one. So, sand bass, I'm back. Yeah. There we go. Now I'm gonna paddle back up a bit. Oh, sorry everybody. Oh, my paddle got stuck. I got something else on. What do we got here? Please be something good. Oh, oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, another sand bass.